I was always really close with my family, but I didn't really realize how close I was to them until I was hundreds of miles away from them in San Francisco. I loved the city, I loved the school, I loved everything about it, but I was just having a really hard time transitioning, and I was really homesick all the time, and I would call my mom every day, once a day, sometimes more, and it was just really hard for me. It was a really tough year, freshman year, especially fall semester. To my great luck, though, my Hayes Healy 8th floor neighbors to my right just happened to be my two actual angels. These girls were so selfless, so passionate, so hardworking, so genuine. As fall semester was ending, I felt like I had found true friendships with these girls who just happened to be Delta Zetas. They had convinced me to go through recruitment that spring, and it was probably one of the best things that I've done in college and something that I'm so grateful for. I still get homesick and I still talk to my mom every day, but Delta Zeta has made USF and San Francisco a second home to me. I've formed some of the deepest friendships in such short amounts of time with the women in this chapter. These girls have truly become my sisters, my family, and I'm so beyond grateful to have been given that opportunity. I'm a better student, a better leader, and just an overall better person because of this organization, because of these women. I'm motivated, I'm empowered, I'm inspired every day.
I'm really close to my family at home, so when I joined Delta Zeta, it was really important to me that I felt like I was joining a home away from home and really going to have that same kind of family feeling with sisters and the people that I met in Delta Zeta. So when I met my big and my little and my extended family beyond and below that, it was really truly an amazing experience. My sorority family here has really helped me to be the best version of myself and to excel academically and personally.
So growing up, I was always really close to my family, and I always was able to share stuff with them, and we just all got along really well. And so when I decided to go to USF, I didn't really realize how hard it was going to be away from my family and to just kind of not have that support system there 24/7 to pick you up when you're down. And there was a point where I did call my mom and I was like, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to go home. And she gave me the tough love. And she just kind of told me that basically I need to get it together and that I can overcome this. So I took her advice and I ended up recruitment. And at the end of recruitment, I ended up finding my home in Delta Zeta. So for me, Delta Zeta has really brought me people I can trust and has really brought me that sense of sisterhood and family that I was looking for when I was longing for my family. So for me, Delta Zeta really changed my perspective on college, and I don't really think I could imagine not having the people I do in my life right now and not be able to experience 4 years with them. And it was so nice to come home in high school and be able to be hey mom, how was your day? How was this? And she would ask me how my day was. And when I went away, I missed that too. And so now getting to come home to 3 of my best friends and people I get to call sisters really has changed the way that college is for me. I enjoy coming back to the city. I don't have those dreadful moments when I will come back from being home and oh, I don't want to come back. I know that I have people to fall on. I know I have people to pick me up when I'm down. I know I have sisters there to cheer me on when I get an internship or even just getting a good grade on a paper. I really can depend on anyone in the chapter, and I know it's really cliche, but it's they're my sisters, they're my people. So Delta Zeta really has inspired me to be a better person. It's really helped me become the person I am today, and these 150 women that are all sitting in this room with me are now the people I share my life with. I wouldn't have that any other way.
For me, transferring to USF wasn't necessarily going away to college. I came from Oregon, and I'm from San Jose, so it was kind of coming home for me. But the problem I struggled with wasn't having a family nearby, because I did. My mom is in the South Bay, and my sister's in the North Bay. My problem was finding my home on campus. And I really found that with Delta Zeta. There's no greater feeling than sitting out in front of any given facility or library during the day and knowing that you could probably see 100 people you know walk by that day, but the people who really stop and have genuine like communication with you and like talk to you, ask you questions about the vacation you just went on and know your life and know things about you, it's the most heartwarming thing ever. And I truly found that with Delta Zeta. My friends know me inside and out, and even when I'm having a bad day, whether they're in the same city or not, that means, you know, walking down the street to meet for a cupcake or Venmoing to go buy myself one, because whether or not, you know, they're really there, they're always there. So that's what I love about my Delta Zeta family.
I'm originally from Connecticut, so my transition to USF was like pretty difficult for me. Then I joined Delta Zeta and got my big in November and made some really core group of friends. Delta Zeta really became my home away from home. I was like super homesick my freshman year, and it was just hard to stay in the city. I always wanted to go home. I always wanted to go see my family. But I remember in April at retreat when like we had the opportunity to get closer with different girls and talk about like different problems we were facing and just like connecting on like a deeper level. I mentioned how I was homesick and I thought I was kind of going to be alone in that because a lot of people are from California, but actually I had maybe like 20 plus girls come up to me and say that they understood like exactly how I was feeling, and that was just like so good that someone else could like share that with me. And they all came up to me and they were like, hey, if you ever need to talk, you need anything, like I'm always here. And that's when I realized like I might be 3,000 miles from home, but I have a home here. And that's when Delta Zeta just became one of the most important parts of my college experience so far.
For me, I'm really close to my family back home, especially my mom and my brother. So coming to school here and being 6 hours away from them was really difficult. But my DZ family really helped make the adjustment a lot better, especially my big. She acts like my mom, but she's also my best friend. And my littles and my twin, they're always there for me, always encouraging me to do the best that I can. And it's just nice to have that, especially being away from your family and all your friends and everything that you're used to. But they've always been there for me, and it's just nice to know that when I'm having a bad day or just having a sucky week, that they're there to like help and support me. And they always know what to say to cheer me up, and they do everything that my mom or my dad or my brother would do for me if I were home, but they're physically there all the time, and I don't know what I would do without them. And it's nice to know that they're not only my family and my sisters, but they're my best friends, so I can tell them anything and everything, and no judgment, and I love my DV family and everything that they do for me. And my experience at USF would not be the same without them. They've definitely truly made it for me. And they're people in my life that I know are going to be there forever. They really are my family. DZ is forever. And
I am from Norcross, Georgia. So if you don't know where that is, that's like 20 minutes outside of downtown Atlanta. So coming in to USF, I did not want to join Greek life at all. It's very extreme in the South, and a lot of my friends were in sororities where they just had like extreme everything, and it wasn't really something that I was interested in. And then I met like a really, really cool girl on move-in day who helped me move in, and her younger sister ended up being one of my best friends, and we went through recruitment together. And being so far from home, where I have a younger sister that I can always talk to and a younger brother that I can guide and will listen to all my problems with no biasness, it was really, really weird to be so far from them and have to call them to talk to them. And every time I talked on the phone with my grandparents, so both sets of my grandparents live like 10 minutes away. So whenever I talked to them on the phone and my grandpa couldn't hear me, it was really disheartening. And even now, like whenever I hang up the phone, it's not sad, it's just that I'm not there with them, so I'd always cry. But being here, on a light note, being here I have my own family, so like I have my big sister who, being the oldest, I've never had an older sister before, is amazing, and it's kind of like my own thing that I can have my own person that I can selfishly talk to and take advantage of almost. And I have a grandma a grandbig, who is somebody that I look up to more than anyone, kind of like I look up to my grandparents. So Delta Zeta has really helped me to get involved at USF, to kind of make it my own home, and also just to be not only a better person, but a better like person in the community and a better family member. And I'm just very thankful to my family at home to make me miss someone so bad that I would want to find it here. And thank God that I did in Delta Zeta.